Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tie my version of the Brown Drake Nymph. The hook is a Daiichi 1870 Larva hook, size 10. The thread I'm using is the Semperfli nano silk 24/aught white. And the weight is lead wire, 0.010 diameter. Wrap the lead wire behind the eye, 10 to 12 wraps edge to edge. Leave a space between the eye and the end of the wire. Start the thread in front of the wire, secure around it, and trim the tag. Next, take a single strand of the brown Spey Plume. Wrap it on top of the hook, starting behind the lead wire and even with the barb. Bring the thread back in behind the wire. Have the tip slightly past the bend of the hook. Next, take the 1/8 inch brown Scud back, trim the end into a point and secure it behind the wire right to the base of the tail with tight wraps. Next, take the ultrafine brown dubbing and wrap it around the thread. Wrap it around the base of the tail and Scud back into a ball shape, and then fold the Scud back over the dubbing and secure it along the full length of the hook to the lead wire. Then fold the Scud back and secure it back to the base of the dubbing. Next, tie in both tails, left and right. The tips are even with the metal tail, starting behind the lead wire. Next, take a single strand of gold or dark yellow silk floss and secure it under the hook along the threaded area to the base of the tail. Start behind the lead wire with edge-to-edge wraps to get a smooth underbody. Build up the thread. Next, wrap the floss, starting at the base, forward, and finish on the threaded area for the first segment. Secure along the threaded area for the second segment and tie it back. Next, fold the Scud back over the floss and secure it on top of the hook for the next segment. Next, take the single strand of floss and make a single wrap behind the Scud back and wrap it forward in front of the Scud back along the next section. Repeat this step until all 3 sections are done. Next, secure the fine copper wire doubled over from underneath the hook and twist it together. Next, secure the Partridge subfeather by the stem on top of the hook and build up the thread. Next, split the thread, wax, and add brownish tan Hares ear plus dubbing loosely. Add the dubbing twister, double over the thread, and spin to lock the fibers. Brush out the dubbing and wrap edge to edge along the threaded area to the lead wire and secure by the thread. Build up the thread, trim, and whip finish. Next, brush out the dubbing and trim the excess with curved scissors. Fold the subfeather over and secure on the threaded area of the hook, followed by the Scud back and secure on the same area and trim the excess. Build up the thread and whip finish. Next, wrap the twisted copper wire slightly angled and evenly spaced over the Scud back and between the subfeather fibers, and secure on the threaded area and trim the excess. Next, take a strip of the model thin skin, trim the end into a point, and secure it on top of the hook over the threaded area to the base of the gills, and build up the thread. Next, split the thread, wax, and add a strip of pine squirrel strip in between the thread. Let the thread collapse around the fur and trim the hide. Add the dubbing twister, double over the thread, and spin to secure the fur, and brush it out. Next, wrap the fur starting at the base of the thin skin forward, edge to edge, pulling the fibers back with your fingers. Secure and trim the excess and whip finish. Next, fold the thin skin over the fur and secure it tight to the base. Wrap the thread forward and with tight wraps. Next, tie in the flat copper tinsel on the threaded area behind the thin skin. Fold the thin skin back and secure and whip finish. Next, add the small black mono eyes behind the eye up against the shoulder and secure with figure 8 wraps and add head cement. Next, split the thread, wax, and add the coarse squirrel dubbing loosely. Add the dubbing twister double over the thread and spin to secure and brush out the dubbing. Wrap the dubbing behind and in between the mono eyes and secure by the thread behind the eye. Next, fold the thin skin over the dubbing, the eyes, and secure behind the eye. Trim the excess, whip finish, and trim. Next, trim the flat copper tinsel close to the crease and add head cement. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit the like button to see more fly tying videos.